You are making so many great points. You said you can see yourself in the books. Have you ever gone into a bookstore and seen like a little girl or a little boy on the cover of a book that looks like you?
Yes, I have. I remember one time when I was in Sugarland, we walked into a bookstore and there was like a magazine, and then there was a girl and she looked like me and she had like curly hair. She
Yeah.
had her afro on, and then she was on the cover and she was modeling Jordans.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was amazed on how like what young kids could do and be and big. They could be bigger. You may see them as a small kid, but
Mm-hmm.
really someday you'll look at them and they're like, wow, I thought she was just a little kid
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
on big things, being on TV shows, being on magazines and things
Yeah.
like
Being in books and different things. And it's very cool because when you see other people like us, in things, then we can see what ourselves doing those things, right?
that.
Which I think do you think that's cool? I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's really cool too.
I think it's really cool. All right, high five on that. Let's go.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. You're just in time for story time. Inspiring people, inspiring stories from all around the world. Yeah. Boys and girls, moms and dads, who knows what you'll find. We all have stories, and you're just in time for story time.
Story time for a very special episode.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Just in Time for Story Time. I'm your host, Justin Stephen Ford, author of the diverse picture book, I See Me. And as you know, here on Just in Time for Story Time, this is a platform of inspiring content for young people. So we have inspiring places, inspiring music, and inspiring kids, just like the wonderful guests that we have today. So without further ado, make sure you hit that click like, subscribe button because you're just in time for story time. All right, so I'm not going to talk too much more because I see my guests, they're waiting in the wings here, and I'm so excited because the kids edition is my favorite. Where we have kids come on, tell us what's been going on in their world, the books they love to read, the activities they like to do, and so much more. We're also going to put her through our brand new game called Rapid Random Questions. It's going to be a good time. Okay. So without further ado, our guest today, Olivia, enjoys drawing, singing, and acting. She also loves telling jokes and practicing cartwheels, doing karate, and playing soccer. She's an honor student and also is a part of her school's storytelling team where she received a superior rating. Good job. Last year, she also became a Girl Scout and is currently a Brownie, enjoying earning lots of badges, community service projects, and her first year of cookie season. I love those Samoas. Please give it up. A warm Just in Time for Story Time welcome to Olivia. How are you, Olivia?
I'm good. How about you?
I am doing great now that you're here. And I know so before we start the interview, we're going to shake off these nerves, okay? We did it already. Let's just get it out. We're good, right? We're going to have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have questions for you. Are you excited to be here?
Yes.
Okay. Now your mom said, she just told me this is one of your first interviews, first of many. So this is going to be a good time. So before we get started, or as we get started, we have a lot of things in common. You didn't know this, but I love music. I also love movies, and you love music, right?
Yes.
What do you love about music?
I like music because I like expressing my voice, and I like testing new voices that I know how to do. And I just think it's fun.
Yeah, I think it's fun too. Are you a dancer? Do you like to dance?
I do.
Yeah. I have a pretty good shoulder move. What do you think? We can do that. A little that. No. Okay. So who is your favorite musical? Do you have a favorite song, a favorite singer?
My favorite singer currently is Olivia Rodrigo,
Mhm.
and my favorite song by her is Driver's License.
Now you know, I like me some. Do you like her just because you both have the same name?
No, I like her because I like her taste in music.
Oh, okay. Now, anytime someone says that they sing, I know you sing because everybody saw your awesome version of the Just in Time for Storytime theme song. Now, hey, what's up, guys? It's Justin Ford, host of the new YouTube show, Just in Time for Storytime. And I need help with my theme song. Yours, yeah.
You're just in time,
For story time
inspiring people, inspiring stories.
from all around the world.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, moms and dads,
Knows what you find.
we
We all have a story.
and
And you're just in time
for
for story time. Story time. Yep, you heard me. Story time with Olivia and Justin.
Are you up for singing a little bit for us today?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Genesis singing Olivia Rodrigo, right?
Yes.
Take it away.
I got my driver's license last week, just like we've always talked about. 'Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house, and the day I drove through the suburbs, I pictured I was driving home to you. And
Yeah, that was good. You have such a beautiful tone to your voice. Has anybody told you that before?
yes, I think.
Yeah, beautiful tone. Okay, so we love very good job. Great job there. So you love Olivia Rodrigo. Any other songs that you like? Are you a Swiftie? Do you like Taylor Swift?
Sadly not.
Oh! That is funny. Okay. Who else do you like?
I like Blackpink.
Okay.
I know some of Beyonce's songs, but I still like them.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. Now you also love, we said, acting. What kind of acting have you done?
I've normally done thriller movies.
Thriller movies.
Yes.
What kind of thriller? What is a thriller movie?
Not super scary, but PG-13.
Okay. What has been your favorite movie that you've been in so far? How about that?
I liked Go Iguanas Wish You a Merry Christmas because there was a lot of kids there and it felt comfortable.
Well, what did you have to do?
Well, it was a story when I was an elf,
Mhm.
and there was Santa got sick, and so they had to find a replacement for him to drive his sleigh around the world. And so when they found a replacement, we were the head elves. We helped do all the wrapping, and so we were there taking a break, a hot cocoa break.
Uh-huh.
And what was it called? After that, we started working a bit in our local cafe.
Okay.
And Santa dropped by to pick up a coffee.
Nice. So did you have to hand Santa the coffee?
Yes.
That's awesome. Now, did you enjoy the acting and being on set and kind of being a different person, not being Olivia?
I liked it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. So you like the arts. You like music, singing, dancing, stuff like that. Very cool. So speaking of, you have a brown belt in karate.
Yes.
How long have you been practicing karate?
For about 2 years now.
Okay, how'd you get involved in karate? Did you just walk by a class and see it, or?
No, it started, I did daycare, and what was it called? There was this place right next door, and it was didn't really have any owner of it, and so some people came. They started like building it, and then a few days after it was made, we walked by after, and then we saw the place, and so my dad looked closer into it, and so we walked in and asked if we could do it.
Nice. And so were you scared when you started karate? Because you see people like kicking and flipping, or were you excited?
I was excited and a bit nervous.
And a bit nervous? How do you get over your nerves? Like when you're nervous, what do you do to get over your nerves?
Sometimes I take deep breaths and I hold my hands like this.
Okay. And that kind of helps you calm down?
Yes.
Very cool. So all the other kids watching, if you ever get nervous, Olivia said, take a deep breath and just kind of calm. Got it. Very cool. What's your favorite thing about karate? Like, what do you love the most about karate? Because you're a brown belt. So I take it a brown belt is somebody who's really good. What's your favorite thing about karate?
I like doing the kicks, except my favorite one is the jump kick because you take a running start and then you like leap. Okay.
So you like are flying through the air kind of.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Did you ever see Karate Kid?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you like that movie?
I did.
Very cool. All right. Well, maybe you'll be in Karate Kid like 3 or 4. I can totally see it. I can see it. Now, your mom also told me that you're part of your school's story team and you got a superior rating in a competition. What is that about?
So it's a competition based on memory. And so they'll tell us a story. They'll do it a bit boring. And so they'll give us a few minutes to think about it and retell the story, but with more emotion, make it bigger.
Okay. So can you give me an example?
Like for an example, they'll say, okay, so there was a girl, her name was Red Riding Hood, and she was going to her grandparents' house because her grandma got sick, and so she was taking her some cakes and some food, and then along came the wolf. Woof, woof, woof. And then he said, oh, go down this way, it's a shortcut. But actually, it was a long way. And so he actually found a shortcut and went there first. And so they'll give us a few seconds, a few minutes.
I'll give you that story first. Okay.
Yes. And then whenever we feel like it, whenever we're done brainstorming, they'll say, okay, ready? Who's ready to tell me the story? Yeah. And then she'll choose people, and then we would go and we would tell her the story. We would kind of like act it out and add expression into it.
Okay. So then you kind of put your own spin on it.
Yes.
Okay. So you can like create anything. So you can add details, take out details, add characters, whatever you want to the story. Awesome. Do you like that? Like, does your brain go in a lot of different directions when it comes to like storytelling?
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice. Now, right now you're currently reading the Cardboard Kingdom series. Is that right?
Yes.
What do you like about the Cardboard Kingdom series?
I like it because I see people in the story that I can picture myself being, and I like their creativity in recycling.
Really? Interesting. Now, you actually said something very important. You said you can see yourself in those characters. How can you see yourself in the characters in that book? So
there's a character, and she's about 9 years old.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Okay.
And she reads this series called Cardboard, and like it has all these cool ways where you could turn things out of cardboard or plastic into like new things that you could use every day. Cool. And so she used cardboard and then she made herself a costume, and it's like the mini girl Hulk, and she has these big gloves.
Okay. So do you, like, when you're reading the book, do you go get cardboard and like make stuff too?
Yes.
Do you really?
I actually do.
What have you made with the cardboard?
I remember when I was about 4 years old, I made myself a sled, and I put it on a blanket, and then I ran, and then I jumped on it, and then I slid, and then I turned it into a car. Okay. And so I decided it was a good idea to put my brother in it, and then he had a blast.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, you are making so many great points. You said you can see yourself in the books. Have you ever gone into a bookstore and seen like a little girl or a little boy on the cover of a book that looks like you?
Yes, I have. I remember one time when I was in Sugarland, we walked into a bookstore and there was like a magazine, and then there was a girl and she looked like me and she had like curly hair.
Yeah.
She had her afro on,
Uh-huh.
and then she was on the cover and she was modeling Jordans.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was amazed on how like what young kids could do and be and big. They could be bigger. You may see them as a small kid, but
Mhm.
really someday you'll look at them and they're like, wow, I thought she was just a little kid
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
on big things, being on TV shows, being on magazines and things
Yeah.
like
Being in books and different things. And it's very cool because when you see other people like us, in things, then we can see what ourselves doing those things, right?
that.
Which I think is, do you think that's cool? I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's really cool too.
I think it's really cool. All right, high five on that. Let's go. Thank you, Bob. You got to give me more energy than that. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, what else do you love about books?
I like how they're creative and I like all the automatopoeia in it.
Okay.
I like it when like they make the big expressions like boom
Yeah.
or bounce and stuff like that.
Yeah. When you hear onomatopoeia, which I love that way, it's just fun to say. Can you say onomatopoeia 3 times fast?
Automatopoeia, automatopoeia, automatopoeia.
That sounds like a great song. We can turn that into a song. But you love books, you love expressive, so you can really feel yourself in a book. Like the books kind of come alive to you, it sounds like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. One of your future goals is to author and illustrate a book, your mom said. What would your book be about, Olivia?
I would make it about my life.
Okay.
And the moral of my story would be to be yourself and don't do it for another person. Do it for yourself. Do what you want to do. Don't do what other people tell you to do. Do what you feel like is right.
Yeah. Now, why is that so important to you? Or why do you think that's so important in general?
Because I don't want them, for an example, I don't want them to choose a job and then later be like, no, I wish I could have done this instead of this. I want them to choose. I want them to decide. I don't want them to regret their ideas. I want kids to choose something, be happy with what they choose, be comfortable with what they choose.
Mm-hmm. That's so smart. That's advice I needed when I was your age, because a lot of times as we get older, we do things for other people or we do things that people think it's best for us. But sometimes we got to do what we want to do, and do what's true to be true to ourselves, which I feel like you're doing. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I actually want to be more than one thing. I want to be an author. I want to receive my adult black belt. And I want to be a cook.
Ooh, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is Cajun pasta.
That sounds with shrimp.
With shrimp.
Sure. With shrimp. So you like spicy food?
I like codfish too. So yes, I would say I like spicy foods. I don't like that. I like them.
Gotcha. I like it hot, but like where it just tastes good, but not like super like your mouth is on fire. What is your favorite thing to cook?
I like cooking tortillas. I like rolling them out.
Okay.
And I like doing spaghetti because, like I said, I like onomatopoeia. Whenever I crack them, I like making boom.
Yeah. That's really good. Now, is your mom? Now I know your mom is in the room, but is she a good cook?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool, Olivia. Well, now it's come the time in the show where I'm so excited because we have a new game and you'll be one of the first kids to play this game. And it is called Rapid Random Question. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
So the purpose of this game is I'm going to ask you a series of random questions. And you have to quickly tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay?
Okay.
Have fun with it and no pressure. Are you ready?
Yes.
The first question is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
I would choose super strength. That way, so like if you're having trouble opening something, or if somebody else does, they could be like, hey, can you open this? And then automatically you have super strength. You could easily open it in a jiffy.
I like that. In a jiffy. Perfect. Imagine animals could talk. Which animal do you think would be the smartest? And what advice would it give?
I would think it's an iguana because they would give you advice on how to hide because they're good at camouflaging.
That is smart. That was really good. Okay, if you could be a kitchen appliance, what would you be?
A cook.
You'd be a cook. You don't want to be an appliance. You want to be operating the appliances. I like that. What color do you think happiness is and why?
I think it's light yellow and purple because yellow is like the color of the sun. And the sun is always happy. It lights up the day, wakes you up in the morning. And I think it's purple because purple is the color of like lavender. And for me, I think lavender soothes me, makes me feel happy. And it doesn't make me feel stressed or anything like that.
Have you ever smelled lavender?
Yes, I have.
So good. Okay, if you could jump into a pool filled with anything other than water, what would it be? Okay.
I use candy. That way, if I could spend my entire life in it, I'd have candy sitting right by me and be like, oh, I feel hungry. Oh yeah, I have candy all around me.
I like that. I would jump into a pool full of like Skittles. I love Skittles. Okay. If you had your own country, say it was called the country of Olivia, and you had to make one law that everybody had to obey, what would that law be?
Do what you want to do. Don't do what other people want you to do.
I love that. All right. What is the craziest dream you've ever had?
One time I had a dream that I was in a house of chocolate.
Okay.
And I woke up and then I went to the bathroom and then I turned on the faucet to wash my hands and then all that came out was chocolate milk.
That sounds like an awesome dream though. Like I'd be cool with that. I'm cool with that. Chocolate is my favorite thing. All right. If you could talk to one animal, what animal would you talk to and what would you ask them?
I would talk to a penguin and I would ask them how they have such quick feet.
Okay. How do you move so fast? What's something that kids understand but adults do not?
Why shouldn't you eat candy?
Olivia, that was really good. We're almost done. We're almost there. If you could invent a new holiday, what would the holiday be?
Braveness Day.
Braveness Day. Now, why Braveness Day?
Because I see a lot of people, they feel worried and they don't know what to do in life. And so I want to have Braveness Day. That day, they can be happy. They could do cool things. They could do what they've never pictured themselves doing. I just like that.
I like that too. Braveness Day. Okay. May 20, what is it? March 8th, Braveness Day. Officially. We're going to start it. And if you could be any character from a book or movie, what would you be?
I would be in a movie. I'd be in Karate Kid and I'd be the new karate girl. And I want to be there because I found karate fun. I think it's cool and I like doing the tricks and the stunts.
I love it. Olivia, that was Rapid Random Questions Breathe. Woo, you did good. You did good. Congratulations. Olivia, I have one last question for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What, and I think you kind of touched on it already, but what would be one, every boy and girl watching, let me re-say that. Every boy and girl watching, what is one piece of advice you would give them?
Be yourself.
Be yourself. Be yourself. Because we can't be anybody else and they can't be us, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Olivia, you were just on one of your very first talk shows, Just in Time for Storytime. How do you feel, friend?
I feel amazing.
Will you come back? So I know you want to put a book out and you're going to be doing so many things. Will you come back and talk about it?
Yes, for sure.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, anything else you want to say, Olivia?
I want you guys to know, be yourself. Do what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. Do what makes you happy.
Do what makes you happy. Olivia said it, so now it has to be. We have to do it. We have no choice. Well, until next time, this has been another episode of Just in Time for Story Time. Like, click, subscribe. Olivia, where can they find you?
They can find me on social media on Instagram, and my name is Olivia_the_OG.
The OG. Until next time, you are just in time for what, Olivia?
Story time.
Yeah. All right, y'all. See you later.
Bye.
So take a look. Who knows what you'll find just in time
For story time.